Duet Night Abyss version 1.1 is looking insane. So much was announced in the live stream, and in case you didn't get a chance to watch it, let me just give you the highlights. I'm Shrike, like, comment, and subscribe for more DNA content. Let's dive in. Let's start with the technical updates and optimizations. They've heard our feedback that mobile is basically unplayable. So they're implementing improvements to lag, overheating, and adding a lot of customization options for the buttons. Layout options, movable and resizable buttons. I don't play on mobile because I'm not a masochist, but for those that do, these will hopefully be welcomed improvements. PC is getting some texture, rendering, lighting, all those kinds of improvements, and polygon count. Basically the character models and environments will look much better. Quality of life improvements will include gold passive Genimon auto-locking, which I guess is good, but is likely too late for those who have already accidentally fed their rare ones, or unnecessary for those that are a bit more careful. But better late than never, I guess. The teleporting function within the chase commissions, which is very good. The map is so big that you spend most of the time running instead of fighting. This way, when the next phase starts, you can just teleport to the target location. The chase will also come with a new currency that can be used to exchange for some chase exclusive wedges directly, which should make it much easier to get the wedge you want. I don't think this is the ideal solution, but it's a step in the right direction. There are far too many wedges that you can only get from chase, and we don't even know how many runs it will take to afford one trade-in. It's likely a lot. I think what they should do is split the chase commission up. Make a few different ones, each with a different pool of wedges, and hopefully different challenges within them. That way you're not only relying on the currency to get what you want. You also have a much better chance of getting a good one just from the drops. And lastly in this section is that co-op options are being added to the Nocturnal Echoes as well as Noctoyager manuals. This is something I wanted to see. Big boss battles with your friends. It's not ideal. I think the Echoes are boring as hell. It's just an empty arena with one enemy, but it's close. What I really want to see is something that they tried in the betas, an actual map, a small one, this one actually, with places to go and hide, and then it has a big boss. In the beta, it was a huge battle maven, and she was really aggressive. There was a lot of moving around, taking cover, strategic skill usage, and I think that could be a lot of fun with friends. Going into the Huashu region, where we've seen some trees, they could introduce a huge gorilla-type boss that dives in and out of the trees, swinging from branches, throwing things at you, slamming down periodically. Some kind of mechanic. Oh, tangent. We could have to shoot the things out of his hands before he throws them, or it like one-shots us. That's what we need, some kind of miserable, keyboard-throwing, rage-inducing, impossible boss. And we go in with friends to tackle it together. That's what I'd really like to see. Okay, tangent over. Moving on to the skins and accessories. Many accessories weren't even mentioned, more were just shown briefly, and I'm sure still even more are waiting to be a surprise. Point is, they've got a ton of these coming. They heard us all saying that with cosmetics being their main monetization method, they really need to step it up with them, and they've definitely stepped it up with quantity. We'll have to wait and see about the quality though. The wings looked cool, and all the new lightsabers, but then we have the dumb cats that we put on our guns. I mean, these will only be cool if this one here, that goes on the shotgun, actually goes on with his fancy butthole facing the enemy. Then it will be hilarious. But as I said before, they need to chill with goofy, silly, and funny cosmetics. Focus on badass, cool, and sexy, which brings us to the skins. Some weapon skins are coming, but I've never cared about those much. However, the Fushu exclusive skin is a welcome sight. Not as fancy looking as Psyche's or Rebecca's, but it's going for a very different effect, so I think that's okay. It looks really good, and I think the game could use more like this. You make hot demon waifus, it only makes sense to offer us ways to make them even hotter. Dominatrix Hellfire, Cowgirl Lynn, it's not rocket science. Unfortunately though, we're only getting one of these this time. The other skin is really nice, and we're getting a copy of it for free, but they called it something apparently I'm supposed to know, a Chipao outfit. I mean, I get that we're going into an Eastern-inspired region, and I guess it's an Eastern-inspired outfit, but I've been playing a lot of Where Winds Meet, also an Eastern-inspired game with lots and lots of outfits. The most boring of which is still more interesting than this cheapo one. But I guess I have to give them the benefit of the doubt. They're a new studio, and at least they are improving. And they're communicating very well with their players, so I'm still leaning to the positive about what they're bringing to the table. Are they giving us everything we asked for? No. But we did ask for more events, and we are getting those. Some I'm not even sure what it's about. We'll have the daily login event, always good. Then Incense and Marvels. Completing exploration-based quests will reward us with goodies. Encouraging us to explore the brand new region, makes sense. A Covenant of Avian Spirits, which seems like a shooting event as well as other movement mechanics. It's not very clear, except insofar as I told them to add a shooting event, and they did. So if it's good, you all have me to thank for it, and if it sucks, I had absolutely nothing to do with it. The Luno Special Theater, coming on the 25th, says it's a cooperative mission-based event that rewards server-wide rewards, whatever that means. What could a reward for an entire server look like? If you have any ideas, or have seen anything like this in another game, please let me know. I have no clue. And lastly, a Demon Wedge Double Drop event. Okay, well, it didn't say double drop exactly, but it will be increased drop rates, and books will stack. So I recommend saving them if you have any left. And if you're planning on getting the Battle Pass, the rewards will be upgraded too, including some books. Better books for the paid version, obviously, but everyone will get some, and I suggest using them in this event. Oh, also the game will finally be getting its Steam release on the 25th. Don't know what the holdup there was, but better late than never. And now for the interesting stuff. New characters. And that's how the devs worded it. New characters. So since Camilla is listed among them, it seems pretty clear they meant newly playable characters, since she's not a new character at all. She's been there since the beginning, which is very cool. A lot of people were really looking forward to playing her. The others are Fushu, the first character of 1.1. Many of us thought it would be Jilu, but apparently not. She will enter the theater with her weapon and kick Fina, her weapon, and one of the new weapons to the Nocturnal Echoes, who will kick Lisbel, Submerged Serenade, and Embla and Fluorescence to the shop. On January 20th, we'll have Keju and his weapon taking Fushu's place in the theater. Fushu, the whip sword, and a new scythe will enter Nocturnal Echoes, and Rhythm, Exiled Thunderworm, and Vernal Jade Halberd will enter the shop. Then we'll have Jiliu and Yuming, likely the next two characters to enter the theater, followed by Suyi and Camilla. The one we have the most info about so far is Fushu. She will be a healer and a shielder, but who cares about that? Imagine needing a healer. I mean, unless you're Psyche. But more importantly, she'll restore the team's sanity. She will essentially heal sanity, which is going to be incredibly powerful. Literally anyone that needs help with sanity will love her. And Keijo will be somewhat of a weapons master, summoning swords and attacking with different weapons. No idea how this will work, or if it will facilitate a melee or ranged weapon build, or if his weapon attacks will somehow still be skill damage. Which I guess leads me to the things I like most about this update, and the things I like least. The real winner of this patch, I think, is the chase. With the teleport and the trade-in options making valuable chase-exclusive wedges more accessible, it'll really help out a lot of people. But the elephants in the room are that melee and ranged weapons still don't have a use. Unless one of the new characters' kits really pushes them. The cosmetics are a step in the right direction, but not a very big step. Skins are looking decent, but they can't settle for decent. They need to wow us. We can wait for good endgame content or cool new characters, but the skins need to be a much higher priority in my opinion. It's the focus of their monetization. And as it stands, I bet more people are spending to get characters quicker than are spending on skins. And if most of your money is coming from people trying to avoid playing your game, you're doing something wrong. You gotta balance that out, and you do that by looking at where wins meet and seeing the things they can do with skins and cosmetics. Overall, I think the patch is really good. They're moving in the right direction. They're listening to players. It may not be as fast or as much as we wanted, but progress is progress. And with that being said, I'm gonna fly. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.